What's good, everybody? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Junk. So I got an email from brother Mark today, and he was concerned about this particular creator by the name of Original Candace Kelly News. She is it appears, African-American TikToker with about 2,500 followers. And it's not the following that she has, but some of the things that she's saying on her videos. Now, what I'd like to say is it is controversial, and it is also for many black men going to be offensive. But I'd just like to say, if we were to say something to what she's saying, brothers will be getting kicked off of YouTube or off of TikTok. And I'm not saying that for this to happen to her. I'm just want to let you know that if you go on TikTok and say the same thing about women, you'll be kicked off immediately, right? And I'm dealing with some of the same things she's talking about in many of the videos. And I'll play some of them here just so you can get a feel for her content, and then we'll come back and make a commentary.
Sisters, this blackmail reckoning that Cynthia G has been telling you young sisters about for a few years, it has arrived. I went to the Black Walmart today. I'm walking around in Walmart and I'm looking at, from a distance, these trash bag bandits, these legacies of low achievement, these leaders of femicide, genocide, homicide, filicide, matricide, every negative side there is. This is what these black men are a part of. So I'm walking down there and I realize I feel nervous because I'm thinking, okay, I got on shorts, and even though I got one foot in the grave and the other on the banana peel, because I didn't hit that wall. Oh, I hit that wall years ago, right? According to Kevin's sexuals. Well, anyway, I'm feeling nervous because I'm like, I know that they're unaliving 4 to 5 of us a day. And I'm thinking, God, please don't let some black man come up and say hi to me, and I don't speak to him the way he wants me to speak to him, and he goes into the kitchen section and pulls out a butcher knife, right? I'm literally afraid of them. I'm literally afraid with good reason. So I just started walking through like none of them were alive. I just started walking through like it was COVID, right? I don't want to get near none of them. I don't want to touch none of them. I don't want none of them to talk to me. Don't say nothing to me. If I saw one on an aisle, I went to the other aisle. Sisters, these men were bending over backwards, turning flips, marching with batons, trying to get black women's attentions, because all of us, I realized we were all only making eye contact with each other, the sisters, complimenting each other. Oh, your hair is so cute. Oh, look at your baby. We're talking to each other and we see one of them. We just were like, they was bent over. One dude, he almost hit his ear on the floor trying to make eye contact with me. How you doing, sister? Oh, now that black male awakening is happening. Now all of a sudden, we want to be nice and we want to speak to sisters, and sisters just walk past us and don't say anything. Well, we're damned if we do, damned if we don't. When we was speaking to you guys, y'all all like, oh, she want me. And then when we now treating you like the leaders of genocide, homicide, filicide, femicide, and all of the other sides. Now, all of a sudden, now you want to get your act together and speak. But before you speak to me, go to counseling and also get your prostate checked. And if you're looking for a hospice care wife, you're going to die alone. For those of you who are concerned about becoming hospice care wives, this is when a man marries you not for love, but because of your medical benefits, because he hasn't done anything with his life. He's been a legacy of low achievement. And so therefore he marries you and then expects you to nurse him to death. Here's a phone number to call to get life insurance. It's 337-367-1166. 337-367-1166. It's my sorority sister. She did not ask me to do this. I've had a lot of people to ask me if I'm in the insurance industry because they want to get life insurance on these legacies of low achievement that they may be caught up with, and they want to make sure that if they die and their ugly kids come rolling up asking for anything, that they are the beneficiary for any life insurance policies that are taken out on these men who we are seeing that are living to be about 56 years old. So call that number. And TikTok, if you are thinking that this is an advertisement, it is not. It is a PSA, a public service announcement, because we know how TikTok does. Black content creators, they'll wait until you get 100,000 followers and then all of a sudden look back at some video that you did back in 2018 and then take down your account and steal all your money out of your account, all the money that you have accrued. So no, this is not a advertisement for life insurance. This is a PSA for Black women or women in general who are looking to get life insurance. 337-367-1166. And the reason I think you'll be able to do this is because when my dad was 75 years old, he and my mom had been married for 51 years. His insurance policy, unbeknownst to them, when he turned 75, they canceled his insurance. And so therefore we had to find insurance for him. He had had 2 bouts of cancer, and he was also in the early stages of Alzheimer's. And so I called up my sorority sister, and she was able to find life insurance for him. And let me tell you, my daddy left here, boy. He left here like, boy, we sent him out of here like he was a drum major for the Jackson State Band. Oh, it was such a nice service. But yeah, so go ahead and get the life insurance on these guys so that when they're gone, at least you have something left if you're left with all of their medical bills.
How do most men make their money? Off women.
Please go back and watch the whole video. Fellas, it's 2022. You're talking about a freaking passport. I've had one of these since I was 2. Y'all were acting like they just came up with these in 2022. I'm gonna go over and get me a woman, be able to abuse her. Ain't nobody gonna do. Do y'all understand how people feel about Americans? That just goes to show you ain't been nowhere. Okay, I've traveled most of the world. A lot of it is because I was a flight attendant. And let me tell you, America is one of the few places that you get off an airplane and there's not an army walking around there with an AK-47 grabbing your passports and roughing you up, and you have to pay them in order to even get out of the freaking airport. So y'all think y'all gonna run your broke asses over to other countries and they go, oh, these some black canes from America. Most people don't like Americans. They think that we are overrated. They think that we're better than everybody else. They don't like us. They don't like us. They sure not gonna like you if they know that you're getting your passport so you can come over there and abuse their women, and they're walking around with guns in the airport. Let me tell you what, I don't know what they can do to their women, but I can guarantee you that as a black man, if you want to roll up in some of these other countries and try to abuse their sisters and their daughters and their nieces and their mothers and taking them out, toe tagging 4.5 of them a day, you know what's going to happen. You're going to get hacked up with a machete. That's what I saw over in one of the countries that I was in. They're going to ask you if you want a sleeve or you want to keep your foot. Then you know what's going to happen. Y'all going to go over there and start abusing their women. You're going to get chopped up, and then here you're going to come back for a hospice care wife. Can you help me around? I don't have a foot. Arr, arr, like some pirates with no hand and no feet. No, you know what? Take your passport and go over there and see what happens. That's if you don't have arrears and you can actually get one.
All right, brother. So you heard what she had to say. Here's what I'm getting from this lady's videos. Is that she's pointing out the fact that you know these black men are monsters. They are abusing black women. They are doing things to black women and all these other things. But what she's failing to realize is she's not looking at the fact that these black men that she's complaining about are being raised by who? Who is their fathers? Who is their dads? See, when we start talking about that, then everybody wants to get quiet, right? You act like these black men are being raised by themselves. And that's something that you see in these conversations. Black men are monsters, all this and that. But let's who's creating them? Who's creating these men or putting them in a situation where there may not be the best father figure? And it takes 2 to tango, right? So if we want to blame also that the man or the man that they're selecting is not there, we also got to put in to consideration that these black women who are having these children by these young men or by these Pookies and Ray Rays also have to have some level of accountability for how these young men are turning out. They would have to. But when we're dealing with this, we leave that out. As if these young men are coming up by themselves. And the thing about it is that this, black women on one end want to say they're independent. They don't need black men. They're doing very well on their own. And then when the young men come out to not be productive, all of a sudden they had nothing to do with that. They didn't have anything to do with the situations. When they choose a baby father who doesn't want to be in the kid's life, it's not their fault. They had nothing to do with that. So whose fault is it? Everything can't be the black man's fault. Some of the things can be the black man's fault, but not everything. And when we want to start having accountability for these guys that are being created, everybody wants to run. Why do we want to run? I'm trying to figure it out. Why do we want to run? You know, the woman is wasting a lot of her, her precious time discussing black men here, every day and things like that. I get it. But you also are missing out that these young men are learning a lot of these, as you would say, Pookie and Ray Ray habits from who? If the daddy ain't there, who are they learning it from? How, let me put it this way. How did they even get there in the first place? Who picked the father of the kids in the first place? Oh, do you not want to talk about that? Now everybody's quiet, right? So guys, what do you think? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson. Don't forget to subscribe with the bell. We're out.